Alright, here's another set of heads to work on. This time they sent me a note. That helped. This package looks like it's alright. Let's see the condition these heads are in. It's another set of pan heads. You never know what you get around here. Good, they listened to me again. Individually boxed. So this way the fins don't get into each other and cause damage. Ooh. Not much packing on the bottom of that box though. See how the head's sticking up right here? Right there. See how it sticks up? See how the bubble wrap is all crushed? Because bubble wrap pops when you put loads on it. See if there's no protection right here. It's meshed flat. Good. Right here you're good, but where the heads were sitting, no. See, that's why you put paper down there where it belongs. Airbags don't work with heavy parts. At least set them in boxes. That's the key. That way the heads don't get into other things that damage them. We got some really good reading material here that comes with it. That's okay, I don't need the reading material. And this stuff here breaks. It's too brittle. Not good either. It's okay if inside a piece of paper like this, cardboard, but it's on itself it's too brittle. It'll pop right through that stuff. That's nothing. Alright, so heads or cylinders, same way in cases too. Wrap them with cardboard. They don't have to be in a box, just wrap them with cardboard. That is the key. I'm used to using paper here on the inside. That's good. Let's see what we got in here. '56 castings. This is late 50s heads then. Ooh, look at that fancy collars they used. Ooh, they got holes in there. Must be a race bike. So they said this work was questionable. That means they don't trust it. I don't know why they sent it here. Okay, well they're clean, I like that part. So let's see what we got to do to say about this questionable set of heads. Let's see, a little crack right there, but that doesn't hurt anything. Yeah, I'm not sure about these collars, never seen this stuff before. Looks brand new, but it's probably not any good. This way you put a washer between your motor mount and your head. See, the motor mount just eats the head up. Bolt gets loose. Whenever you see that mushing around mark like that, that's because it's loose going back and forth like that with dirt in it. Appear to be halfway flat. You can usually feel with your thumb or your finger. It's probably a little low right there because it's rougher than over here. Yet overall they're good enough to use. I'm alright with that. Looks alright. Helicoil sticking through there again, which means it's not doing much. These appear to all be helicoiled and bigger. That's a big one. There's no helicoil in that hole. It's missing. These are all gone. These are all big ass holes too. They're past helicoil is a 1/4 inch. Probably 1/4 inch in helicoil. That's even worse. Let's see, there's a 1/4 inch bolt right here. And that's 1/4 inch right there. Yep. And the helicoil is still in there. Yeah, looks like it's going straight. I can feel the helicoil in there. Now, feel like there's a tang in there sticking up. See, the helicoil doesn't want to go. The bolt doesn't want to go all the way through, so there's binding on something. Why do they drill all the way through the head? That's for a really long bolt, I guess. Yeah, that's a good one. Not sure what's going on with that. Alright, so these heads are pretty bad on the holes. So every one of these needs to be welded up and remachined. That's a lot of work. Especially these ones that go deep inside the head right here. That didn't poke through. So if you go through too deep on that, you come out up under there inside because it's not very thick in there. So the cheap fix of this is to run 1/4 inch helicoils and everything, like they did over here, and then you run the oversized Colony OE looking hardware, or you use Allen bolts if you're cheap. But you have to go to 1/4 inch hardware. Except for this one here, which is, I don't know what that is. Looks like another insert. There it is. It's 1/4 inch already. Appears to be straight. That's good. But to go to 1/4 inch hardware, you have to drill out all the pan covers and the D-rings in order to use it. So, oh well. And this head looks to be identical. It's all screwed up. See, there's the helicoil. It was sticking above the surface, so they just ground it off. The correct way is to go in deeper, but you can see all the silicone or something in the bottom of the hole down in there. That all has to come out, whatever that is. They drill through. They did not go through. This port's been poured on a little bit. Someone sanded this one down to make it smoother. Polished it, basically, which doesn't help you any. Now, if you cut that stupid hump out that was in there, it'd make it better. See that big hump right there they left in there? I don't know why they didn't cut that out. That would have actually done something. See, this one here doesn't have nearly as much hump. I don't know why they left that in there. Look at that big ass hump they got in there. Yeah, if you're going to pour them out, cut that crap out. Right where my finger is, you cut it away. If you get too deep, you hit this over here, but yeah, that's how you make them braid. You can't go down lower. There's no valve seat height already. This has been cut way oversized because look how thin the nipple is here. See how thicker this one is? This one's more closer to stock. This has been cut too. This one they cut a lot of it out. Oh well. It all looks okay. They put seats in here obviously. And then they left the seat in the way so the valve won't flow. See, the valve's down below the height of the seat. That's not good. But they cut that away. The spigot's been damaged. Obviously, it's not round anymore. It's a pretty good exhaust leak. And they're tapered pretty good. Let's see what diameter we got on these. Okay, down here at the bottom where it's big, it's at 1988 again. Then you come up and it gets a little looser. Not too bad there. Over here though, we got a big problem. Yeah, it's banged around pretty good. Another 50 thou off in here. A little bit of a crack on those. Yeah, those don't really hurt too much. Those don't bother things very much. This one here doesn't look quite so bad. Oop, 208, 212. This one's undersized, but at least it's more even. And not there. 164 there. That's pretty bad. 198. Dug in right here with something. Clamp. Alright, typical panhead they used. Only just a minor crack on that one. This one's a little bit bigger, but nothing. There's nothing to worry about there. That spark plug insert goes sideways underneath here, so it's actually got steel underneath that crack. So it's only about an 1/8 inch thick right there. So they crack right on top until they hit the insert and they stop. So that's why these cracks really don't do too much. You also get a crack between the seats. Now when you start getting cracks in 3 spots and they start getting pretty fat, then you start worrying about it. Especially if you start getting leakage out the top of the head over here where it went all the way through. But it takes a lot before that happens. Okay, well that's basically the external appearance. For casting date. 7 or something, that's a weird date. What the hell is that? That's not a 60, they didn't make them in 70. So we don't have the year in there. October 7th it looks like. This one doesn't have the date year in it. That's a weird one. Yep. Alright. Yeah, this one looks like they had a washer on this one, so you didn't tear up the head. That's why you have washers. Okay, let's take them apart and see how bad the rest of it is. Alright. So the wing compressor again. Ring compressor, dumbass. Valve spring compressor. Gotta watch out for them dumbasses around here. It's hard to get good help, I'm telling you. This stuff's all brand new. It's all limpy ass springs, so not much for a cam. Not quite loose, is it? Really tight. I see the brass transfer on this damn valve. So whose valves are these? They're kibble valves. I can tell by how they're made, but I think it's kibble white up on the top. KPM I. I say KPM I see it. So they got the good valves in it. So you got a steel seat, one angle. That's a high precision valve job there, let me tell you. So it's got bronze seats in it. Well, that had a valve seal in it? Oh. Could have fooled me. So there's no assembly oil on this at all. And there's a seal. So I wonder how you're supposed to get oil on this. I haven't got a clue. So that seal is... That seal doesn't really do much, see. Pushing it right out with my finger, no problem. Here, I'm in the groove. I still push it right through. So that's a little bit tight. No lubricant. The seal didn't fall off of my fingers, that's a good sign. Oh, that's not the correct valve guide fit. When the seal is on tighter than the guide is in the hole, that's not a good sign. Yeah, push out my thumb right there, see? Yeah, if you can push the valve guide out with your thumb, that's not a good sign. I can see why that was questionable. I don't think they knew that though, did they? Maybe they did. Maybe they had these apart and put them back together because because they had the valve seal still in there. No way. Oh, it got tight right there. Okay, that is not quite enough compression to hold it. I'm surprised they didn't knurl it. Them dumbasses use knurl this stuff. So you got, once again, we get the guy who did the trough with a hole in there. There's no room for any kind of a cam because there's super high stem, which means there's no clearance for a valve, for a cam lift. So they're kibble white guides, but they're loose. Junk. So let's see if this stuff actually matches up. I wonder if this is Kibble White's new valve collar, maybe. Let's see if this stuff fits. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't lock, but it doesn't rattle either. No ding-dong bill. See, it doesn't rattle. Doesn't go back and forth as I wiggle at my fingers. Okay, that's a match. It does fit. So whatever these ones with holes on them seem to be alright. It's probably Kibble White. But these are limp. We're not using those, I don't think. I have to find out what cam they're going to put in that thing. If anything above stock, it ain't going to work. There it is. Okay. There's your valve lubricant again. Whatever that is. I don't know what they got on there, but they ain't not even doing anything with it. Not what I would call lubricant. There's more dirt than anything. It was dried up honing oil. That's what it looks like. Alright. So, are these the same valve? Now the difference between panhead valves, they're the same diameter, but they are different in length. See the difference in length? You're going to pop it off the bottom there. It's about 30 thou difference. That's the difference in length between a panhead intake and a panhead exhaust. Looks like they had a different shape to them too. I've already mixed them up, so I don't know which one's which. I don't really care. We got another head to look at, we can tell. Okay, the flat one's the exhaust. Maybe. I'll have to look up to see what the exhaust valves look like. But the part number up here will tell you if there's a number in it. There's a part number buried in there. Oh, let's see, I didn't check the valve guide fit. Yeah, very, very tight. Once again, the seal's not really doing anything. I'm in the groove right now. Right here. See, that's the groove. I'm in the groove. And I can push it through it. Oh, no, it doesn't want to go through. Nope, there it goes right through again. So it doesn't have much compression onto the stem. So that's more like just dirty cutting oil in the guide, I think, is what they got in there. Now, how tight is this guide? Oh, it didn't move. That's a good sign. It's already way better than the other one. Yeah, once again, they cut it for a stupid ass cup of oil. So, like I said on the last job, when you cut your collar like that and have the seal recessed into it, you basically have a cup full of oil, and you stick your seal inside the cup. And if you have any leakage at all around the seal, right here, it sucks oil, not air, into the stem. So it bypasses the seal. That's exactly what happens too. Yeah, I'll lose that part again. So what I do is I cut the whole face off, and you don't need it. If you got a set of interference fit valve springs, you don't need it. If you run the stock OE springs like that, then that keeps the spring from moving. When you have interference fit springs, they don't rattle. So the outer spring centers the inner one. You don't need it. But if you got ones like this, where you got really small diameter ones, then you need this lip on there. Except I never use these because I hate them. I like spring tension in case you rev the bike up. I figure Harleys for riding around with, not showing around a parade. Okay, so that guy didn't fall out yet. How good do you think it's in there? You know, this is not even the hammer I normally use. This is just plastic. It appears to stay in there, so that's a good sign. One stayed. Steel hammer. Now I got to re-hone this, so it doesn't matter if I move it a little bit. Not real tight, but you know, it's kind of tight. That'd work on the intake. On the exhaust, it gets hot, it'll probably come loose. All right. At least one didn't fall out. Okay, that was what, our front head. So now we're on the rear head. Let's see what we got this time. Come on. There it goes. Hear the grit as you pull it out. There's no oil on this stuff. Lack of lubrication. At least this one has a little bit of clearance. Not much. Got something at least. It's definitely gritty and no oil. Damn, that thing's, ooh, that's tight. You hear the grit? That's grit. There's no clearance at all. One thing on that is dirt, grit. Put this motor together, should be shot. It's bad enough it's dry, but it's lubricated with grit. Terrible. Came off. That one came off. 3 out of 4 came off. So I gotta get this one off now. See, you gotta be stronger than seal. There you go. See, I had more holding power than the guy had in the head. How much holding power can you get by holding onto a guide? Not much. Damn, collars don't want to come off. Jammed on there. Shouldn't be an interference fit. Alright. Now that's a good one there. That's how they're supposed to sound. Now they also put the, looks like they got the seal up under there, the gasket. The other one didn't have a gasket on it. Yeah, it's just dirty there from the old gasket, I guess. Yeah, they don't have gaskets now. I don't use the gaskets. That's in there correctly. See, this one moved out about 1/8 inch out. Didn't get very hard until it hit the bottom. So that needs to be a thou bigger. The other one over there needs to be a thou bigger, and the one that fell out needs to be at least 2 thou bigger, if not 3. Because it'll sound like that when you beat them in if they're in there good. So there you go. Get the same seats put in. Hopefully the seats are put in tighter than the guides were. Don't know. We got no way of checking that really. All you can do is put a screwdriver on it and see if it falls out, I guess. There's no way of knowing how tight they're in there. They didn't fall out. Yep, they didn't move. That's all I can say. There is no good test for how tight it is. All you can do is heat the head up. Hit it a couple times against the bench flat. Or hit it with a steel hammer like that. If it falls out, it wasn't tight. That's about the only test there is. That's not a very good test. Alright. So this one needs valve springs in my opinion. It needs new guides. I wouldn't trust those two that are loose. The ones definitely fell out. I'm not a big fan of bronze anyway. Looks like they used a ball brush to fit them damn guides. It doesn't look like a regular hone pattern in there. That means they're not very rounded through. Let's see how bad that really is. Let's see, I'm just doing some heads. I just happen to have my setter from last night. That is gritty. See how gritty it is? It was relatively close, surprisingly. Way loose though. But they weren't loose here. Maybe these are oversized stemmed valves. No, not really. Nope. No, they're normal size. Same ones I just used on my bike. So this was supposed to be at, what number we used? 25, I think. So we're at 35. So these are an extra thou clearance on these. About 3/4 of a thou up and down. So that's about 3/4 of a thou out. Considering you only give it a 1.5 thou, that's pretty bad. Well, that was exhaust 2 thou. So a third of your clearance is up and down out around, so, or tapered in that case. It's about a thou on that one. Yep. 8/10 to a thou. We'll call it 8/10. We'll give them benefit of doubt. But they're loose. They feel tight because they're full of grit, but they're loose. Alright, so another job. So the big one on this thing is all these holes are all screwed up. That's the big thing. That's going to be the, everything else is just normal valve job. Obviously the exhaust port has an issue here that I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. You can heat it up with a torch, get some heat in there. You get it to about 900 degrees and you can lightly tap that out with like a bar or something. A little bit bigger than this would be better. You go like this and just tap, tap, tap lightly and you can actually bring it out a little bit. But it's cast. It don't like to go back. It easily just breaks off. It cracks and breaks off. So sometimes you get lucky, but you never know. Usually once cast, spins once, it's done. But that's definitely going to be a little bit of an exhaust leak there. So I'm not sure what they want to do. I guess we'll find out. I'll have to contact tomorrow and give them the good news. Yeah, I'll tell them to go watch the video. That'll make them happy. Alright, so that's set 2 for today. Should I tear down some more heads? Yeah, I could probably dig up some around here, but I'm tired of doing that on video. Alright, that's it for this.